Hey guys, Kathy here, and I want to talk to you today about the habits of eat slowly and to 80% full, because lots of people have been telling me it's one of their biggest challenges. And first of all, I really want you to know, with my trusty whiteboard, that it is totally normal to struggle with this. I struggle with this. It's one of those simple but not easy things, but if you really can master this, you'll have achieved plenty more than most people ever do. So it's well worth hanging in there and practicing. Remember, we have to practice our habits in order for them to become our new habits. So what's the key to 80% full? Well, we can't get to 80% full if you haven't got the eat slowly. So 80% full is anything I'm going to write on here, mindful. Okay, so slow eating is mindful eating. And that's where I think the struggle really lies. We are so busy, we're getting our attention pulled in so many different directions, and we don't feel like we have the time to eat slowly. But call yourself out on this and ask yourself, is that really true? So being, dog's tummy, because don't film him. So is that really true? Could you get up 30 minutes earlier, go to bed 15 minutes earlier, so you've gained 15 minutes, and add 5 of those minutes onto each of your meals? Chances are yes, you could, if you're really struggling for time, but it probably isn't that. So what are some strategies and some tips I can give you to getting this mindful eating? Well, first of all, sit down. So don't eat on the fly. Make sure you're sat down, and preferably without distractions. So no artist, but no TV, no laptop or tablet, and not checking your phone. So sit down. That's going to set you up for success. Then, I haven't finished this, breathe. Now obviously you're breathing, but I want you to breathe between bites. Sit down. That's a great way to slow you down, is just to really focus on your breathing and start to check in. And along with that, put your fork down. So sit down, take a bite, put your fork down, take some breaths. And then, and crucially, the most important thing is to chew the food a little bit more times. So really take some time smelling the food, noting it, tasting it, looking at the texture, and then just take a few more chews just to slow you right down, and that's going to be taste it. Now, these are really important, because what that's going to do is really focus you into your internal cues. And that's what this habit's all about. It's actually putting you in control by focusing into your body and letting your body tell you when you've had enough. But you can't do that if you're not doing some of these things. Now, the reason I put a question mark by the timer, I know PN says set a timer. And that's great for actually getting that awareness of how long you're taking. But the thing with the timer, if you think, okay, I'm going to take 15 minutes, is that's an external mechanism. It's not really focusing you into your internals. So as an experiment and an opposite day, forget actually trying to achieve a certain number of minutes. I just want you to do the sit down, put your fork down, breathe, chew and taste your food, and just really have some fun with that, and really take your time and try and make it a pleasure. Try and really enjoy the act of eating your food. And then, yes, maybe time it, but don't be focused on the time. Just see how long it is taking you when you do this. Without judgment, without a goal, without thinking it should be this, just see how long it takes when you do that. And then just make a note of it. So when we've got this internal versus external, internal is putting you in charge. External is some other thing, like how long it's taking, or calories, or points. And PN coaching is really all about this, because that's when we set you up for lasting change. So I've put here 9 out of 10 and easy wins. So whatever you do, you might currently be really struggling. It might just be that you take one. You might just want to sit down for your meals. That might be all you do this week. That's okay. Whatever you pick and however much you aim to do, make sure you're 9 out of 10 confident that you can do it. Because winning's a habit too, right? So we're going to build on success. Go for lots of easy wins so that that becomes your habit, and you'll really find that you start to accelerate. And finally, I've put here experiment. So we love an experiment, don't we? So it's all about habits. So there's no, it should be this or you must do this. It's listening to your body to find out what feels like 80% full. And remember, 80% full is just another way of saying just satisfied, or I've had enough. It's not completely full. Don't get too hung up on the 80%. It really is that just satisfied feeling. So our habits really help us with this. Make sure you're having some water, because that'll help slow you down. And also sometimes when we think we're hungry, we're actually just dehydrated. So that's important. And then our other habits as well. So pro for protein, having lean protein at every meal. Lean protein at every meal is really important. That's going to help keep you fuller for longer. Carbohydrates, healthy carbs, again, experiment with the type and the timing and how many, and just see what starts to work for you. And of course our veggies, not my best picture, but these are vegetables. And obviously there's plenty of fibre in our fruit and veg, as well as all those really great phytonutrients. So more fibre helps your digestion. It also helps to keep you full. So the habits really that we've got here really help to achieve our earlier habits of eat slowly and 80% full. So have a look at that. Decide what's going to be the easy wins for you and what you can do 9 out of 10 confident. Don't worry too much about the time. Don't feel like you should be doing anything. And don't worry about what anyone else is doing right now. Just pick one step that will help you move forward with this habit today. Good luck.